Joining me now is MSNBC law enforcement analyst Jim Kavanaugh and criminal defense attorney Eric Guster. Thank you both for being here this evening.
This young man, Freddie Gray, didn't appear that he did anything wrong. And just like Jim just said, it looks like his legs were weak. But the question I have, Reverend Nell, the one thing that sticks out in this case is there was a 30-minute gap between 8:54 and 9:24 where our question is what happened between in 30 minutes? Because I'm sure within the city limits of Baltimore, they can get him to the police precinct by then. Why did they stop? Because they stopped to put more restraints on him. But if he's in the police custody in the back of the van, the question is why? And we've had so many cases of police brutality across the nation that I'm so happy that people are starting to use their cell phones, just like we have 2 sets of cell phone videos to show the timeline that the police officers may not have wanted to be known.
Now, at 8:39 a.m., officers approach Gray. Gray flees. 8:40, Gray was taken into custody. 8:42, officers request a transport wagon. 8:54, 12 minutes later, the transport wagon stops. More restraints were added to Mr. Gray. Then at 9:24, 30 minutes later, paramedics were requested for hospital transport for Mr. Gray. So there are gaps in times that are unexplained and not recorded. Eric, police officials today noted that Freddie Gray requested medical attention more than once, including asking for his inhaler. How would that play into the investigation?
Well, it will play into the investigation on the civil side of the investigation, because if this man asked for medical help, then he obviously knew that he was in trouble. And as we've been talking about this, Reverend Al, 8:54, the police officer said they added restraints, which means to me that if they added restraints, his legs must have been moving just fine. His arms must be moving just fine, because the only reason that a police officer would add more restraints is if someone is resisting or fighting someone else or something of that nature. So it's so many gaps in between these timelines of big 30-minute gaps that there's so much information that is missing. But one thing for sure, he was walking before the police officers had him in custody, and he's dead now. So